Listen to the artists of today through the Doris Paul James Indie Show. Oh.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the DHJ Indie Show. We are proud to be with you this afternoon, evening, whatever time of day you're looking at this show. We're proud to be with you. And today we have a lot of guests. They have done so much, and a lot of stuff they have done you probably know, but it's a lot that they have done that you don't know. And we're here this evening, afternoon, morning, to tell you a little bit about our guests. Over here to my left, we have Toby Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then we have Keisha Daniels.
Hi.
We have Andre Daniels.
How you doing?
Okay. And this is man and wife, which I love that kind of thing going on. Okay. And our special guest tonight is Shirley Lites. We all know Shirley. Okay. Shirley, what's that song I like so much?
Which one?
Is it Strong Woman?
Oh, Strong Woman, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
My female
Congratulations
anthem.
on that song.
Thank you.
It's a good song.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Okay. And over here to my far right, I have Elena Nelson Williams.
Yes.
Okay. I have Laney Green.
Hi.
And I have Donna Ingram.
Hello.
Okay, you know what I'm saying, right? Are you related to him?
I think we might be.
Okay, that sounds good. So we're going to start our interview. This interview is kind of different, but we're going to start it, and we're going to let each person tell a little bit about themselves to you tonight. We're going to start with Toby, but we're going to end up with him too. So Toby, you
Yes.
take it. Tell me about yourself.
Okay, well, first of all, my name is Toby Johnson.
Oh,
Let me say that so you know.
Okay.
And I am an original member of the R&B group Change.
great.
And I'm sitting here with members and family that we're looking forward to putting this thing back on the road and giving the public or the people the music that they so lovely, so much, that they so mostly love to hear and miss. You know, it's that platform that's open, and we're going to step back in. We've been away for a while, but we're ready to step back in and do it right.
How long have you been, when you say been away, you haven't been performing or something like that?
Here and there, I think maybe a year and a half ago. I think, but we're basically doing privates and parties and stuff like that because I didn't want to get caught up with the bottom line promoters. I wanted to get involved with the upper echelon promoters that would have better dates, better gigs, and more to look forward to, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, yeah.
That makes sense. Bottom line promoters, they, they don't do as well as the...
Well, there are tiers. There's lower bottom promoters, and then there are, and I have nothing against them. My goal is to move to the next level.
Okay.
Because if you look at Change, again, Change has 5 international, not regional, worldwide hits, and a whole host of top 10, top 100 songs. So Change, that's presently constructed, can do an hour and a half show.
Okay.
You know, so it's not a one-hit wonder situation. We can do an hour and a half worth of songs that are recognized worldwide.
Okay.
So, and these ladies here, that's the LLC.
Yeah, tell Elena, tell me a little bit about what you do. You're with Change.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about
Proud to
yourself.
be.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been with the group a little bit over 2 years right now. I'm the youngest. I'm not from the city, heaven forbid. But they have accepted me as one of their own, and I just fell in love with the music. I can't wait to see the reaction in person that we've seen online. It's been really exciting. Just, the drum roll up to us getting back out on the road. So, yeah.
Well, Elena, how long have you been singing?
Since I was like 5. My dad was a singer, so it runs in the family.
Okay. And I can tell that's your passion.
Oh, yes. 1,000%.
Okay. Okay, Lainey?
So I have been with the group Change for about 2.5 years. Like Elena said, we are just anxious to get back out on the road and be able to do shows, not just nationally, but internationally.
Okay.
I have been singing for a very long time. I am from the city. I've sung with different wedding bands and things like that here in the area. But my passion has always been music. My husband met me at Hampton. He knew that singing was my life and has basically helped to take over, when I was out and doing music and gigging and everything else. He just took over, and so I'm so appreciative of him for that. But I've been singing for a very, very long time. Not quite as young as Elena, but still in junior high school and high school. And so I'm glad that to be a part of this group. Elena is my little sister, and so I try to make sure that she's taken care of, and working with Donna and Toby and the other band members is really, really a dream come true for me.
Okay, good. That's good. And it's good to hear those things said about something that you really like and get a chance to do what you really want
Exactly,
to do. Isn't
exactly.
that wonderful?
It's a blessing.
It is a blessing, and like I said, my family I have grown children now, but they've always known that this is what mommy loves to do. And so they've always been a big support for me, my parents and my friends and family also. They know that this is something that I've always wanted to do. And, growing up, I used to sing Change songs in my mirror, and so those were the things, that was the music that I grew up on, because Change has been around for a very long time. And now that I get the opportunity to be in the group and sing those songs to the masses, it's a dream come true for me.
Good, good. I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you, thank you.
And Donna?
I'm Donna Ingram, and these are my little sisters. All kind of in the same age bracket. But I'm background vocals and keyboards for Change.
Oh, okay.
And I've been with them a little longer than a few years. But I'm excited as well to see this unit back onto the larger stages and bring our music to the public.
And Donna, I heard you play for other groups. Have you played for other groups too?
I've played for quite a few other groups, recording groups, just a few other artists, Shirley Lites and some other well-known
Oh,
groups.
Shirley Lites. Remember that song they had out? I can't remember.
Old Girl.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so a lot of different other artists, and I'm looking forward to this particular unit coming back to the forefront when Toby mentioned the project, and I'm just excited to see it. The music plays on the radio all the time. I actually did a wedding a few months ago, and they were playing one of our songs. They played Hold Tight for like 10 minutes with a disco version.
Oh,
So there's a really good fan base, and I'm looking forward to bringing this project back to the stage.
Okay. All right. And then we have Man and Wife, Keisha and Andre. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Andre Daniels. Our production company is called Jazzmasters Entertainment Group, and our purpose is to help artists, as you see us change, and other people in the business, and to get them to the right places. And so this is our joy, and we get to work with different artists, and we become family because we get to work with them, and we try to treat them like family, not just somebody off the street. From the time we get off the plane, they get off the plane to the stage, they're our family until it's time for them to go home.
And we still your family.
Yep, that's right.
That's good. And you're trying to help some local artists as well.
Yes.
And where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Philadelphia. I moved away from Philly about 30 years ago and moved out to Detroit. And while I was in Detroit, ran into all these different artists because I used to DJ. And by me DJing, got to meet a lot of great people. And they asked me, would you do this? And I put it off and I put it off. 'Cause I didn't think I was ready for that. And I wanted people to trust me, and whatever I do, I could give my heart to it. So later on, as we came down in 2017, me and two other partners decided to come together and make this happen because people were asking so much, and it's worked out nice. Then we had COVID to kind of kill things for a few years. I went down with COVID almost died. And then thankful I'm back. And
Praise God.
because of that, it made it even stronger. We could have performed during COVID, but we said we didn't want any of our fans to be affected. They come to a place and they're affected. We said let's wait till it truly dies down. So
Okay.
now we're back and running and trying to get things going in one of our projects. My cousin Donna, which I know she's loved music so long and played with everybody. And then to talk to her man, Toby, he had a talk with us about having them. We didn't think of it. And then when we found out that he was with Change, where Luther Vandross came from, we said, let's make this a project. And we want to make sure whatever we can do, we can bring it. We'd like to bring it to Martin Luther King High School sometime in January, if that's possible.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. That's really good. And our special guest tonight, we all know Shirley Lites. Shirley, hard-working woman, work all the time.
Oh,
Shirley,
I'm a
what you
special
been up
guest,
to?
right?
Yeah, the special guest.
I'm
That's
Shirley
tell me.
Lites, international recording artist and songwriter.
Okay, that's good then. Okay, correct me. Okay, so Shirley,
I just wanted to
Shirley,
introduce myself, that's all.
where did you work last night?
Actually,
That's
I
a
was
joke.
off last night. I got
That's a
some
joke.
well-needed rest.
Okay. But she works very hard, and we're glad that she's here to join us tonight. Okay?
Or would she be rolling out with Change?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Put the whole thing together,
She
right?
could open, show. She rolled with us. I worked with her for years.
Okay.
We had a great relationship.
Yeah, so I got a call from Toby, and he asked me to come on board. And I said, sure, so here I am.
Okay.
We're ready
all
to
right.
do this.
Yeah.
And I think you are too. From listening to all of you, talk, I think you're ready to put things together. And the music business, well, you know how that's going now, and it's not going too good. And then the artists, they're working all the time as much as they can, and they're not making anything when they work. So somebody, somewhere, somehow needs to pull this thing together, so that you can make the money, you can do all the things you enjoy, and make the money and do what you know to do. But the way it's going now, it's like downhill, downhill. And you can hear the songs on like Spotify and other kinds of platforms. But are you making any money? Any money from this? No. You have to go out there and struggle and work. You are a songwriter, okay? So 9 times out of 10, you're getting some royalties or something like that.
Don't tell them my business.
Oh, sorry. I mean, we gotta say,
We're living in the whole entertainment industry has changed now.
yes.
There's no such thing as, there's Apple Music, Spotify, they get all the money.
Yeah.
Artists get their money from live performances. And the goal is to work smarter, not harder. That's the only, that's your goal.
And then Shirley, when they get the money from the live performances, you've been in the business for quite a while. It's not what it used to be. Do they try to zoom you down when you do your performances?
Oh, if you go for it. That's why you have to know your worth.
Okay.
And sometimes you might have to turn a gig down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said
Sometimes
earlier.
less is best.
Sometimes that's why I said earlier. I don't want to get caught with bargain basement. I got family, and I'm shooting for a certain caliber
Okay.
of promoter. If that ain't it, I'm really not interested. Because if you can sit here and tell me that they can pay Beyonce $25 million for $1, you can't give me 20,000, 25,000. You can't give me that.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. This lady made $25 million for one night, and then you got all these cats that have no talent at all. That's making $1 million a night or more a night. We bottom barrel because you listen. Everybody say $20,000 is good, not to me. That's probably all I get, depending on who I deal with. $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. You understand what I'm saying? I'm being honest. I'm being 100%. But there's a certain promoter that I won't go near.
Okay.
Because I already know what I'm heading into. I know what I can expect. So they'll tell you, we get mad at each other because we're working extremely hard. We try to be the best that we can possibly be. So when we approach a certain said promoter, he can look at you and say, listen, you got it. You can't deny it. You know, and that's what it's going to say. You have to be over the top with this. And then you can just go settle for a little bargain basement promoter and be happy with what you get. I'd rather go ahead, listen, for the money they're giving, I'll do wedding bands and corporates. I can make that home. I'll be damned if you're going to have me on stage performing in front of 15, 20,000 people, you know, and not paying me. It ain't going to happen. There's money to be made. You just got to know where to go for it.
Right. Right.
If that makes sense. Win, lose, or draw. You can't be scared. You got to go, you know, if I make it, fine. If I don't, look. What I can walk away with is I did my very best.
Yes.
It
Yes.
didn't work, and I guess it's just not, or it wasn't meant to be. But if you can't be scared, I know. Listen. I'm here. I like Walt Reeder. I like Marcus. Those cats. They're doing Monica and what's
Brandy.
it? Brandy and one of the kings
Queen.
of Queen. Well, yeah, the cats making money. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't be out there. They going from city to city. I don't know how many days they got. 15, 20, 20. There's a reason for that. These cats, listen, they could be making upwards of $150,000. You know, there's money to be made. It just depends on where you look for it at. I'm not gonna look for money in broke places. You know what I'm saying? If it's broke, why you looking for money? You already know that. You know the lay of the land.
But
So-
you know, basically, too, you have to know your worth. And
Right.
I find that a lot of times here in the States, we don't appreciate the arts as we
Yes.
should.
Yes.
We don't.
You can go overseas and make money like a recording artist. So it's about really knowing your worth and just getting connected with the right people.
Because there's money
And
being
then they
made.
expect musicians or vocalists, they expect entertainers to take less. Like if you do, okay, let's say you're doing a bar. They raise their drinks $2 or $3 for a drink, but they want you to come in at 70s and 80s prices.
Right.
So I mean, you know, we all have to live. And I'm also a firm believer that if you believe in yourself, you know, it's not, the money will come.
That's right.
You just have to keep on pushing.
It's out there.
Yeah.
And please don't let nobody tell you no different. It depends on who you deal with. Look at Cardi B. Look at the tennis sisters, Venus and Serena, buying basketball teams and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on where you go. If you deal with bottom basement, that's what you get. I refuse. I'll go back. I'll be a butcher, trash sweeper. I'm not doing that.
But how do we get there?
Do EPKs, send the packages out. They're either gonna like you. I'll show you. If you look at, like I said, spoke to Walt Reeder 2 weeks ago. He saw the change package, loved it. Looking forward to working with you. Everybody we sent packages to, we got favorable responses, no negative.
And does it have to, I'm asking, does it have to do anything with your music? I mean, if your music is playing and playing, because here in Philadelphia, we have a lot of internet radio stations.
Yes.
And they play the music, but, you know, a lot of people don't listen to internet radio because, you know, it's hard to get to or whatever the case is going to be, and they don't listen to it. So how do you get your music out there for people to listen to?
Send packages directly to them. Get their
Directly
address
to-
directly. I sent the big block to them. You know, this is my family. I want to form a bond in the relationship because the energy was great.
Send package to each other?
To each, like let's say, big block is
Okay,
Walt
gotcha.
Reeder.
Okay.
What's Marcus page?
Wild Style.
Wild Style. See, they're all different agencies across the country.
Okay.
So we did an EPK. Send one to him, send one to her, send one to him, and if they like you, like Pyramid. We also deal with Pyramid. Their roster is crazy. They got every superstar imaginable on their roster. And we heard from what's his name, Doug Verricchio. I was surprised when I said, "Wow!" So evidently we must be doing something right because we didn't call him; he called us back.
Okay.
And at Pyramid, if you look up Pyramid's a roster, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty good. I think nothing's guaranteed, but I think we're making significant headway towards our goal. I'm passing all over the cast. I know I'm not mad at them, but because you're doing what you're doing the best you can. I just want better. I'm shooting for that, and if it don't happen, nobody be mad at you. Because one thing they can say about you, hey, y'all took y'all shot. I won't be sitting back saying, damn, we should have did this. we gonna do it. Win, lose, or draw. If it doesn't happen,
That's
Yeah.
good.
take your shot, man.
And a lot of people are looking for good music.
Yes.
You
Real
know,
music.
we're looking for good music. That's one of the reasons why we started doing this. As he said, he has two other partners. One is, it's a family affair. My brother, a good friend of ours, and as you said, my husband. I'm the program coordinator. First I was drafted, in it. I was like, okay, look, you can do this. I got other stuff. We have a couple other businesses, and I'm like, okay, I'm too tied up with other things. So you guys handle your business, but you know how we do. So I became the program coordinator, and it's been a pleasure. I mean, because I love good music. I was raised around good music. Change, just when the ladies over here said, I was in my mirror singing Change. My parents always exposed us to all type of genres. So when we started this company, we decided it's not just gonna be, although we're called Jazzmasters Entertainment Group, it's a music company, good music all the time. So when we were approached, we were crazy honored because, like I said, we grew up on it, we loved it, it was always class. I'm looking forward to working with Miss Shirley because I'm hearing good music.
Outstanding.
So whatever we can do to be the vessel to bring good music, we don't even watch the award shows anymore.
No.
I mean, we just don't.
No.
If we'll tape it, if somebody has something, we'll watch it afterwards. And that's a sad state of affairs. So to be able to work with another group, and artists that bring something to the table, we're looking forward to it.
And so am I. I'm looking forward to having it work too. Maybe if the entertainers are out there listening to us, maybe they may think the same thought. To put things together in order for everybody to be successful. And a lot of times, I think they work against each other. And that's no good.
Right.
That's no good because in the end, nobody is successful. But if you pull it all together, which you guys are trying to do, then it work.
One thing I wanted to add too is that, I have grown children that are millennials and Gen X
Yeah.
or Gen Z rather. But my kids are now, because how they grew up with music, they knew about change even before I came into the group. But if we can bring back those groups to millennials and Gen Z to say, this is what music is really like. Not to say that, what you're listening to, this is what you like or whatever, but these are the roots. We are the roots of what you're listening to now. And it will give them a better appreciation of how music has grown and come through. And might be surprised that a lot of the music that you're actually listening to are actually, samples of what we've already done.
Right.
So, I'm thankful, and I talk about my kids. They are getting their friends to say, listen to this. My mom sings with this group. This is what we're doing, or come to this show with me, and you can hear it, and they come away with a different appreciation of the type of music that Shirley does and that Change does. So that's something that I look forward to be able to get all audiences, young, middle-aged, older, to be able to be together and appreciate the music that we're giving forth on stage.
You know what? You're right. To add to that, I was with Billy Paul for 19 years. And when we would go to his shows overseas, the audience were from the grandchildren to the grandparents.
Yes.
And they all knew his music. Because music is, all of this is good news. So it doesn't have to just reach like the way they're doing music now. This has to go to this demographic.
Right.
If it's good,
It's good.
it's going to be good.
Exactly.
You remember the show we did in Brazil when we was on the beach? And I'm lying.
It was 2 million people.
2 million people.
Wow.
Don't everybody think like, oh, but 2. I'm telling you, I walked back to we was on the beach, beautiful weather, palm trees. I walked all the way to the back of the concert. When you look at the stage was that small. Drum set looked like a dot. And it was full of
New Year's
people.
Eve.
Yeah, it was
We
full of
went
people.
on at 2 in the morning.
Yep. 2 million, and everybody think that's exaggerated. So help me God rest my mom, God rest her soul. It was 2 million people at that show. And I played, listen, I'm accustomed to 30,000, 100,000 when I was out with Madonna, all that kind of stuff. I've never ever witnessed anything. I just kept walking, and when I just, because it wasn't so beautiful, I just happened to stop and look back. The drums were like this, about that big, and people were still going. Am I lying?
That's when I lost my mom. Remember I was singing, I jumped on top of the speaker.
Don't do that, get back.
2 million people in one setting. When I come up and tell Cass, they say, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Billy Paul on drum, bruh. I'm telling you, it's true.
They treated him like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Billy Paul is Michael Jackson in Brazil.
Everything was first class, 5-star, all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, that was a great gig for Billy Paul and all of you that worked with him in Brazil.
Yes.
Coconut water, laying back on the beach in the sun. I had girls fanning me. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
But it could have been like that. Could have been. That's who he is over there.
Liz, I think that is hurting a lot, though, especially for, you mentioned your children, the Gen Zs and stuff. I grew up and we had band. You had music classes. So right at school, you had music classes. I mean, I was clarinet. My sister was, a flute. My brother was trumpet. And we wanted to switch around the different things. I was in choir or the chorus. So you had that background.
Yes.
I can read music. Our children does not have that. They don't have that. So the appreciation of the music, like I said, my mother opened me up. It wouldn't be anything for me as a teenager to my 20s. I'd have what's his name? I would have opera. I would have Bach and Beethoven. I would have all, and our radio was different. I had Air Supply in Chicago and all of those, so you knew what music was. Our children, unfortunately, are not exposed to that, and I think that is to the great detriment of what we're hearing today.
And you're exactly right. And I think that's why, they have a certain music and they say this is what is happening, and they think that's happening. That's why it's our responsibility to expose them to real music.
Exactly.
And let them know what it is.
They have no idea how good they have it. This is dangerous. This is real dangerous. If I had this back when I was coming up, I'd probably be the smartest person in the world. Because you can go ahead and get anything. You don't have to study anymore. Yo, where's the Rock of Gibraltar? The Rock of Gibraltar. You know what I'm saying? You know how many textbooks we had to go through to try to find that stuff?
And encyclopedias.
But you know what? That all this modern technology, just like me, it dumbs you down.
Yeah.
Dumbs you down.
It dumbs
If I
you
had
down.
this back in the
Right
day,
now, and it messes with your mental state because before you had to remember somebody's phone number. Now some people don't even know their own phone number.
My mother, I didn't know
my
my mother's number. And that's when I knew I was in trouble. I was like, okay, I'm going to learn at least my mother's number.
and I know y'all can attest to this. GPS. I can't find my way. I used to be all you do. I can't listen. I had just went through COVID, and we were rehearsing here one night.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm outside. I got mad at Shirley because I couldn't find a place.
Yeah, he's not
I kept
getting
going
the
around
wrong
the block.
address. I said, Toby, you're right around the
I'm right around. I couldn't find it. I went past his house and made 30 at this intersection. Went around. And I'm saying, I stopped the car and I got mad. I said, Shirley, where's this damn place? Because I've been out there like 45 minutes, couldn't find it. Something happened up here, Yeah. And like I say, but these kids, man, if I had this when I came up, you know how brilliant. I'm stupid. I feel stupid because I see babies. They're able to use work phones. I can't turn the damn thing on. You know what I mean? In my line, you got little babies that can do anything.
Yeah.
Getting back to the music, I think we as artists have a responsibility to use music as a platform to talk about these certain things to people. It's a gift that's given to you from God.
Yep.
And when you expose people to the knowledge through your music, that's a blessing within itself.
Right.
If they will listen.
And that's the question, the $1
Yeah, but
million
it's what you're
question.
talking about.
Yeah, if they listen, you know, sometimes they don't even want to hear what you have to say. I'm talking about the, you know, the kids.
That's what I'm
don't
saying to
hear.
you, because it's too easy.
It-
They don't have to go through the woodshed, the things that y'all went through. Anybody can come down and press a button.
They can do that. That's all.
Dude, and you go and walk away. They ain't going through the woodshed that you and everybody else, the woodshed that we had to go through to accomplish what it is that we want to accomplish. You know, they don't know about the hours in the basement. Like, you know, one of the guys in the group said, "Man, why don't you just put the show, chain show on data or a track or something like that." I looked at him like, "You out your mind?" I remember in the not too distant past, the Whispers came to Philadelphia, and it was at Ogon's there. I don't know if he was at that show, and their tracks went down, and that's when you found they couldn't sing no more.
But you know, you just have to be persistent with your message and just keep on
Right.
being consistent. Just like they push whatever they will push negativity, keep pushing your positivity.
Right.
If it gets through to one person, then you've done
Yeah,
something.
Yes.
did something.
I agree with that.
And I think about in this business, when I first got started with the music, I never changed out. Everybody wanted me to do this and be just your normal DJ. I wanted to do the things that grew up, being that I was from Philadelphia and I lived in Motown too. So I had the variety of playing music that maybe they didn't hear in Detroit, as well as Detroit hearing things that and it gave me a nice, you know, how can I say it? Put me on a nice platform that people wanted to hear that music. You know, people could say, "Well, I didn't want to hear Parliament Funkadelic," but when I played it, they wanted to hear it.
Okay.
You know, and because I presented a plate, and I mean, these were in rich clubs, and I said, "You said they'll never dance to that." I said, "As soon as you put some liquor in there,
Yeah, that's right.
they will dance to anything," and that's what happened, and so got the reputation of that. And when the funniest thing of me,
You have to get them.
yeah, funniest thing, a person had hired me, and they hired me for the style that I played when I was in the club. Well, we was out in the boondocks, and so I started off because it was all Caucasians, and I started playing Elvis and what's name. He said, "Will you take that off? We didn't hire you for that. We hired you for what style you played. Put
That's
on
right.
50 Cent."
That's right.
And I'm talking, these are grown, older people. So, can you put on some 50 Cent or something and do what you do best? And I apologized to him because I said, I shouldn't have did that to y'all. I should have did what you hired me for. And so people love music, all races, no matter what it is. Don't put them in a box, you know, that just accepting they like as well as you like white music, black music, whatever it is. If you like it, play it.
That's
You
right.
know.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and so that put me in a lot of places that I would have never been in, playing at auto shows and different things. I'm starting to say, hey, they really like that. Then the entertainers themselves also want to be a part. Let's join up and do things together. And then my span, and then the next thing they asked me, why don't you start promoting shows and doing things, because you know how to bring people together. And that's what happened. So I, you know, as Jazzmasters Entertainment Group, we want to give the finest. We want to put people together so they can see something different. Not the same old, not the same old shows all the time. And people are paying millions of dollars. Bring something new to the table. And it can be old.
And I just want to say that, you know, I've been in music probably longer than all of you.
Yes, you have.
And I'm a songwriter. I love to write songs. I like to express the way I feel
Let me ask you a
about.
question. I'm sorry. I saw new Fat Larry since again. Aren't you on one of the album covers or something like that?
Yes, I think I'm on maybe the first or the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I'm
thought it was,
running down
yeah,
that street
yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. So I've written a lot of songs, maybe 160 songs I had published. And
Fantastic.
I just write the songs the way I, like within me, you know? And I wanted to, like, the world is so crazy now. The world is so crazy, so many things happen, that I sat down with my partner, Alfie Pollock, and we wrote this song called The World is Going Crazy. And I wish you would go on social media platforms, pull it out and listen to it, okay? The lyrics, the music to go with it. And that's how I express myself, The fast music is fine, but I like music that has meaning to it, something that you're going to sit back and
It
listen.
has a soul.
Yeah, has a theme and all that kind of stuff. So I know where all of you are coming from, and I just want to say, just keep on doing what you do. Just keep on and gather together all the people that you can to work with you. Put together a tour and all that kind of stuff, and it's going to happen. It may take time, but it's going to happen. And you want to go to a different level or different height, you'll get there if you work towards it. Lots of times I would feel like, I want to stop. I'm not getting anywhere. It looked like something says, keep on going. Keep going.
Always, yeah.
And I thank
And
you
we've
for
been
all your music that you've given to the entertainment industry, because without you guys, we wouldn't have no music, right?
That's a fact.
Right.
So I want to thank you about that. Now, we want to say something to our audience, okay? Many people are listening to us, and many people are in the music business. They may just start. What kind of information, what would you tell those people that's just starting in music, or they're trying and they're not getting where they want to be? What would you tell them, Elena?
I would say take in all the things, all the shows, all the other singers, all the other musicians, songs that you may not think you would like. Just really studying the people that are doing what you want to do, like find out their story, what made them start, what makes them tick.
Okay.
And I think just being authentic. I think a lot of things, a lot of music in the industry has gotten lost because everybody's so concerned about like the hot thing or the new thing, and that's all well and good. And sometimes you might get a hit, but classic is classic. A good music, a good song is going to last forever. So I guess you have to find a happy medium between what's hot and what's real. But yeah, just keep going. I mean, you miss every shot you don't take, right?
No, that's right. How about you, Lynn?
Shirley, what's that saying that you have about music?
If it's good, it's good.
Right. That's right.
Good music doesn't have an expiration date.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in harmony with that. When you look at the great songs like Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, that song is still played
Still playing.
Yes.
and it's still relevant to the
Great
day,
song.
That's
the
right.
day that we're living in. The Isley
How about
Brothers,
that?
the Isley Brothers, a harvest to the world.
Billy Paul, me and
Billy
Mrs.
Paul,
Jones.
all that. That's still
Right.
Good
you can play that.
songs.
You can play that today, and it's still people relate to it. And even those songs, even though they were written
A
over
good
30,
song.
40 years ago, fit right into what's happening right now
Yes.
in the world, crazy world that we live in.
That's right.
How about you, Lynn?
So I have to agree with what Elena was saying, and I think that everybody cannot be cookie cutter. A lot of times, like we've talked about, companies have a certain niche that they think is going to make sure, that is going to make them their billions of dollars, and you're going to be in that cookie cutter, and then you'll end up being a one-hit wonder. Don't worry about that. And as Toby says to us all the time, if you're scared, what? Call the cops. Because it's just not going to, don't be afraid
I like that.
to show what you are made of. Everybody, like you said, has a God-given talent. And we've been at it for a long while,
Yeah.
but we're still pushing forward. God's not through with us yet.
Yes.
He's not through with you yet either.
Good. Donna?
I would say to a person just starting out, if music is your passion, go with what your passion is. You look up people and see what their stories are, as you said. You look at what made them get over the top or what helped them to get over the top in their career to get to where they are. See what you can take from what you've learned from them and apply it to yourself. Because if it's your passion, it's your passion. Nothing can take that away. All the cookie cutter singers and musicians, you can't tell one from the other.
Yeah.
There are people that sing and you think, okay, their voice is not maybe something I would listen to, but they're very successful because that's what they do. That's their passion, that's the way they deliver it, and it works for them. So if this is truly a passion, just stick with it. It'll happen, stick with it.
Okay, Shirley?
I would say find out as much about your craft that you can, align yourself with the right people, and believe in yourself when no one else does. And also find out who you really are.
Yes, yes.
Short story.
Yes, Shirley.
You know, I'm always famous for stories.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have to tell this. I was in the club one time doing a gig, so I sang Loving You by Minnie Riperton. So people were sitting back waiting to see if I was going to hit the notes. And I hit them.
She ain't gonna do those.
Yeah, you know, God gave me that gift. I'm not, you know, I
She
thank
ain't
Him
gonna
for
do
it every day. I don't take it for granted. So I did it, and this gentleman came to me. You know, I'm like high off cloud nine. Damn, she hit the notes, and I'm like, yeah, thank you, thank you. He walked up to me. He was like, "You were very good." He said, "You hit those notes." He said, "When I closed my eyes, I thought you sounded like Minnie."
Yeah.
And I said, "Wow, thank you." I was like smiling from ear to ear. He said, "But one day you're going to sound like yourself."
Wow.
And when he said that, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was angry. Like, who does this man think? What? But as time went on, I understood because I had to find my own. I had to find my own way. I could sound like this one, but who was Shirley Lites?
talk about that all
So
the time.
find who you are, hone who you are, and own who you are,
Good. Love
and
is
believe
just a
in
word.
yourself
Yeah.
when no one else does.
You have to write that down.
And do not get into the cookie cutter mix. I have been offered all type of deals where they said they want me to do this. I had a guy come to me because you know my first song was "Heat You Up, Melt You Down." And this other guy coming, "Oh no,
Yes,
she's a
remix
dance
last-
artist." No, I'm not a dance artist.
Well, I know
I'm an
because when I
artist.
lived in New York, I didn't know Shirley from a can of paint. But
But I'm an artist.
living in New
I can
York,
sing any
heard
genre
songs
of
played all the
music.
time.
So that's what I'm saying. Find yourself, be yourself, own yourself. That's what I have to say.
Andre and Keisha.
Want to be true to this business. I want to be true to the artists that I work with, and just have fun doing it. And that's when I do things. If I can't have fun doing it, I won't do it. So that's always been my joy and passion. And in meeting family members like Toby and different ones, I want to be able to give a good product to people when they set up on the stage. I want them to know we're giving you something strong, and we put our heart in it. So that's my goal and passion for the music.
Okay.
I think I can't add too much, more. I mean, I'm a firm believer, know who you are.
Yes.
Know what you bring to the table. And no one can push you off that table when you know who you are. I had to take that journey. I let somebody break me down to the least common denominator. And I made that journey back and finding out who I was, and now I don't care. You can call me all kinds of names. You can tell me I can't do this. I look at you like, okay, you apparently don't know me.
Or either just next. get in line.
Right. You
You're
you
gonna
don't
be
know
the best
me.
name that they call
But
you.
guess
what?
I'm gonna be the
But guess
best
what?
at it.
Right.
Nobody can be you better than you.
This is
That's right.
and I learned I can't want it for someone else more than they want it.
Exactly.
So all of that, if that is your passion, if it's something that you want to do it. I've had 50 million careers.
Okay.
I failed some of them I just didn't like anymore. But it made me who I am. I know what I can bring to the table.
50 million?
Yeah, pretty much. I was working 2-3 jobs. Forget Jamaican. Whatever's above a Jamaican, I was doing it.
I know that's right.
But just, like I said, be about you, be about your business, and know who you are.
Okay. Well, I want to thank. You want to say something?
Yes. Well, Doris, I want to thank you foremost.
Yes.
I've known you since I've been 11
Watch your
years.
mouth now.
Hi.
11 years old. The things that you taught us as kids, and learning songs, learning qualities, learning music, that has resonated with me all the way to the day. And I'll be 67 in October. But through that
October
journey,
what?
October the 20th.
Ah, that was
But
my husband.
yeah, but through that journey, I never thought I would. Those things that were taught to me, I didn't think that they would last that long, but it stayed in me,
Yes,
and it just
that's a
got
good
better,
way.
just got better and better. And it's funny, it's coming full circle. And you
It's
have to
about-
appreciate the people like you that take time with the kids and different things, and give them a chance to be a star.
Each one teach
'Cause-
one.
Yes.
Right, because you can't be a star without a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's right.
and that's just learning and watching the business and learning Fat Larry's band and all the different things that I got to see with Blue Magic and everything. All those things meant a lot to me. You know, they put a foundation where I wanted to be, and never thought I wanted to be a promoter, but all that came around to that. You know, so thank you for the time that you know, as a kid, my mom appreciated it. We all appreciated it. And the journey. My cousin was doing music, you know, way back then, but I never thought I would be in it that deep. And it stayed on mine. I have thousands and thousands of CDs that I can go through and bring out all the greats. You know, my collection goes from 1950 on. I can take you from Louis Armstrong to Janet Jackson to the
Change.
Yeah, I definitely to change and whoever, you know. So that's what had made my shows, because people would never see the same show every night with something different, because I had the collection that a lot of DJs didn't have, and that helped. You know, so we thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Andre. I'm still working with kids.
Yeah.
I always have a house full of kids, teaching them how to sing, piano, and all kinds of
awesome.
stuff. I just love kids, you know, and I know they're bad and stuff, but I work with them anyway, you know. And when I see the light in
we
their eyes,
appreciate
when
it.
they start playing that little piano, and they, you know, the parents always think they're good, right? They play a little thing, and the parents, oh, they're so excited, and they're, you know, and I love to see the light in their eye. And I want to thank all of you for being here on the
Thank you for
DHJ
having us.
Indie
Thank
Show
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
For having us.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, I want to thank you for being here, you know, and accepting my invitation and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to know and pray and hope that you're going to put this stuff together, okay? And the next time we meet, you'll all be on this fabulous tour.
From your lips to God's
I
ears.
know,
Thank you.
right? Right.
And I want to
Good
thank our producer, Gilbert Lomax, back
Over
here.
Lomax.
All right.
Thank you.
What's on the calendar for y'all soon, upcoming?
Okay. Well, our goal is to have change, and I'm sorry for getting Shirley, to do a show here in Philadelphia at Martin Luther King High School, and hopefully that will start in January.
January?
Yeah. Now in Detroit, even though I know we're here in Philly, we got 2 shows that are coming up. 2 major jazz artists for
October 4th and November 8th, we have 2 concerts coming up in Detroit. So we're starting to get our legs a little bit. You know, we're trying to do what we do, but this one right here is really inspiring us to step that next level up. You know, and we're looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to coming to
Right.
Detroit. We're looking forward to coming to Illinois.
Right.
Wisconsin. We ready. We so ready. We
And
ready.
that's what we would like to bring change. And we want to start in my home school, Martin Luther King High School, on Staten Avenue. And more shows to come. We're hoping, if everything works right, for the 50th anniversary of Pieces of a Dream. And they're trying to come home to their school, and we hope to be a part of that.
I'm gonna throw in a shameless plug right now.
Okay.
For the music that Change has done over the years,
Yes.
old school music is what Philly Live Radio plays
Yes.
all the time. Shirley Lites is one of our DJs.
Oh.
She has
Oh, wow.
2 shows. Right? And if you like really slow music, where you can sit back with your lady or your glass of wine,
Check out the Love Zone.
All right.
I like your voice for something else,
8
girl.
p.m. to 10 p.m. the Love Zone.
All
Oh,
right.
People
nice.
call me up and say, "Doc,
Nice.
if I could make a baby, sure I would have made one." I said, "Oh, don't blame it on you."
All right.
Nice.
right?
But I'm a firm believer that every meeting no meeting is by chance. It happens for a reason.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to some good things.
Yes.
Now, do you have a birthday coming up October 20th?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, I had to think about
I was like, no,
I'm the
that
11th.
sounds familiar. I'm sorry, that sounds familiar.
I'm the 11th. When are you,
That's
Keisha?
funny. I'm in January. So,
Cold,
yeah, that's me.
January.
cold,
Doris.
November.
Cold.
Yeah, and dark. I'm dark in November.
March. Born during the blizzard.
In between.
Yeah.
Lane?
I'm March, end of March though.
Oh,
She's beginning, I'm the end.
February 5th also
Cold.
blew in a blizzard.
Cold. Aquarius.
That's a lot of air though.
Hey,
Yeah.
It's about to fly.
August.
all right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the hot man.
Fire.
Hot, hot, hot.
Speaking of hot, it is time.
Okay, and I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. And I hope you learned something
Yes.
from all these fabulous people sitting here, entertainers, and take heed into what they say. And you can text us. We'll put the number on the screen. You can text us, and we'll get back to you with any questions or concerns you may have. And you're always welcome on the DHJ Indie Show and on Philly Live Radio if you have something good to offer. Thank you very much, and good night.
All right.